You got to see this. I wanted to see if we could transform this area under our deck from a muddy storage area to a beautiful entertainment area. Here's how we did it. Any paver project starts with the design, and we wanted a nice simple rectangular design following the same lines as the house. You can go really complex with lots of curves and lots of lines, but that just adds a lot of cutting and a lot more work. Once you're done with the layout, then it's time to remove the sod. In an effort to get it as level as possible, I decided to break up the clay. Now, using the Ryobi cultivator attachment on my Ryobi expanded weed eater made it a lot easier and quicker. Especially in these hard to reach places. I wanted a barrier between all this clay and the underpavement underlayment of crushed granite and sand. I wanted to build up a bit of a flashing to get the plastic as close as possible to the side of the house. Have you ever shoveled 3 yards of crushed granite sand mix? I'll tell you, it's a way to get your cardio and strength training in. You'll also notice these green discs. These are termite bait traps that I decided not to move and had to work around. The more attention you give to the underlayment, the better off your paver installation is going to be. I worked on getting the pitch as close as possible before really dialing it in. Because of the clay and how much rain we get from time to time, I really wanted to get the nice pitch to take it away from the house as much as possible. I built a retaining wall out of these paver bricks to keep the sandstone mix underneath the pavers. It really drops off in this far corner and required us to build up a great deal. This wide leveling rake also came in really handy. I found getting the underlayment wet really held it in place when it came to time to tamp. This is manual tamping. This is not the way to do it. This is a motorized compactor, and this made things so much quicker and easier. I'll have a video coming up on how to use this piece of machinery. This was a rental unit from the local Home Depot. One thing that drove me crazy on this piece of machinery is that the throttle would not stay open. I had to keep reaching down and holding it open at the right speed. Eventually got the hang of it. It's so easy it even drives itself. With the underlayment compacted, we can finally start laying pavers. Ideally, you want a nice tight fit. Making progress. Now for those termite bait traps, I had to mark and cut each one of the circles. Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say these are just termite bait traps and they can be dug out and moved. But I didn't know that, so I dug around them. Then with the pavers installed, I installed some patio paver edging. I made this trench because I used the kind that you have to dig into the ground. This edging is going to hold the sand that locks the pavers together. You stick it in and you backfill it. This product is called polymeric paver sand. You pour the polymeric paver sand in the cracks in between each paver, and then you work it in. If you've ever tiled flooring, you work it in the same way, going at an angle, diagonal across the cracks. You go slow and careful close to the edge because you don't want it leaking out into the yard. Then you gently mist your polymeric paver sand, activating the adhesive in between each granule. This really locks the pavers together. Now you will have to reapply the patio paver sand over the course of the life of a patio. You can use a leaf blower to knock off the extra water that you have on the pavers. This will help prevent a haze from forming on your pavers.
Now, truth be told, this project was a lot of hard work, but I'm really glad we did it. It's going to be a great area for us to entertain or just hang out, having added the pavers and the underdeck ceiling. And to see how I installed the underdeck ceiling, click the image on your screen now.